TF Review 16 here, coming at you with a Transformers Generations video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Triple Changer Sandstorm. Here you go, from robot to VTOL Aircraft to Dune Buggy. VTOL Aircraft is vertical takeoff and landing. Coming on to the back of the package, here you have a nice bio for Sandstorm. Sandstorm lives for action. His only real fear is a fear of boredom. As a result, he takes unnecessary risks, both in combat and out. Risks that can sometimes threaten the success of his mission. He lives fast, loud, and dangerously, traits that make him fun to hang out with most of the time. But his fellow Autobots are getting a little sick of his habit of giving away his position to the Decepticons just so he has the opportunity to enjoy a fight. This guy lives for action, loves to fight. Let's get this guy out of package and see what Sandstorm's all about. So here you have Sandstorm Triple Changer in his robot mode. He comes packaged in robot mode. This figure is really awesome as far as his robot mode goes. Very cool. Now in the instructions, this transformation is a little bit different from what they tell you to do in the instructions. I don't like what they tell you to do in the instructions. And there's some great options for displaying this figure. Basically, this is the way they tell you to transform him in the instructions, with this large piece sticking up on top. Now, I don't really agree with that at all. I don't see the point of having this sticking up there like that. I mean, if there was some usefulness to it, I would agree with that. But for the main thing I'd like to do for the transformation is just keep this down like this. And I even like to fold these in together for the wing section. So definitely he looks a lot better this way. I also definitely like to display his roto blades like this, kind of angled back a little bit. It makes him a little more back heavy like this, but I mean, looks really incredible. He has a really awesome robot mode. And another thing that I really like, his legs also, they have little notches in here to position it for each mode. Now this is the robot mode, but because he's back heavy, you can push this back one notch a little to give it a little more leverage too, to make him stand better with the roto blades tilted back more. So that's a very cool option as well. And these are fully adjustable too. You can see that there is a little plastic stopper piece here too, but if you can even, you know, kind of angle these back around if you snap it past that thing, and then, you know, you can give him his hovercraft mode in robot mode, so you can kind of use these to fly in robot mode too. Very, very cool. A lot of playability on this figure, and he looks just really awesome. His head is on a ball joint, so you got a lot of movement there. He can look down. He can't really look up too much past this level. Really amazing light piping on this figure. Here is a close-up of Sandstorm's head sculpt, and this head sculpt is just really amazing, awesome. I really like it. The light piping is very good. I'm not getting it to show through here very much, but you can see he has the blue light piping on top, and he has blue light piping in his eyes. He's got the white face. Mine has a little smudge of the black on there, but very, very awesome head sculpt. He's got the Autobot symbol here. I like that they put the Autobot symbol on his chest. You can see it goes, they put it right over the crevice, the little crack right there. So it kind of distorts it a little bit. It's right through the eyes too. That's kind of funny, but still, I'm glad they have that on there. It's still really cool. He has all the same articulation as the Springer figure, so check out my video review on that. Nice ratchet joints here. Again, you get the movement and posability in the feet as well. You have full hip movement here, thigh swivel, knee, and then the feet don't really tilt much, but I love how they give it this nice angle there. Very, very cool. He does have the waist swivel. It's hindered a little bit when you bring this all the way back, and even these pieces here hinder the waist swivel a little, but it's still enough to get the posability that you're looking for this great figure. His fists rotate like so. So yeah, he's got a lot of posability, all the posability you could ask for. Great robot mode for Sandstorm. And again, he is a little back heavy with the giant VTOL Aircraft roto blades up there. And these arm pieces tend to pop out a little bit when you're playing with him. But again, it's not a complaint, really. It's not too bad of a complaint because the figure he looks really awesome in robot mode. This is one of my favorite Voyager figures, and out of the 3 triple changers, I think this guy might be my favorite. So here he is with the Voyager Springer, and you can see some of the similarities in the mold here, but really completely remolded figure for Sandstorm. I mean, he looks like a totally different figure, and I really like what they did and how they did it with this mold. You can see Springer has the wheels down here. I really like how they retooled this. This is a little bit kind of unsightly right here, but on the outside looks very awesome how they retooled his leg here completely. Very awesome. He has totally different, sorry I bumped the camera, he has totally different knee spikes too. They have the same waist, and I love the paint colors too here, the black and the yellow and the orange. The original G1 Sandstorm was all orange. It was like 2 shades of orange. That would have been really nice too, but I think it would have been a little bit too much orange. So I do like the yellow and the black, the contrast of the yellow and the black, and then the orange accents throughout. Really nice paint on this Sandstorm figure. So I will also show him off with the other triple changer. Here he is with the Decepticon Blitzwing. So there they are. You can see how they stack up together as far as the size comparison. And I do have him kind of angled over because of his back heaviness. But if you stand him up straight, they are almost head to head, but Blitzwing is larger. And again, I have Blitzwing's feet kind of splayed out there, so to make him a little bit taller. But Blitzwing is a larger figure. And here he is with a Deluxe Generations Thundercracker. So you can see the massive size difference here from this Voyager triple changer to the Deluxe Thundercracker. Very cool. So definitely this robot mode gets extremely high points. And we will get into the transformation here in a second. I want to go over his weapon as well. He comes with the blaster. Now this blaster isn't as cool as Springer's blaster, but I definitely like it, and it is very functional. So it has the fold out stock here, and or I should say handle, and then in the VTOL Aircraft mode you can see the little landing gear too, so it has a little wheel on there when you can mount this gun to the front of that. So very cool, and it is the it's not spring loaded, so but it fires really well. It's nice pump action there on that. Very cool little weapon that he comes with. Very nice blaster. Definitely like this. And again, that goes in his hand. He can hold that any way you want him. Very cool. And it will store in robot mode. You can plug it into the back. Although this thing, there you go. You can kind of plug that into the back too and store it on his back in robot mode. But again, the more you keep adding to this figure on the back, the more back heavy he becomes. But you can see he does store that in robot mode as well. Alright, let's transform Sandstorm to his VTOL Aircraft mode first. Probably the trickiest mode to transform him into. But definitely want to show off one thing real quick. When you hold them this way, you can really see the light piping. My lighting is coming in from this way. So very awesome light piping on this guy. You can see it. Very cool. So to transform him to his VTOL Aircraft mode, I do have his gun stored on the back here, so you want to remove his weapon there, and you want to start here at the feet, and let's look at him this way, because you want to flip the heel section in, and then you see there's 3 notches in there, and you want to put it to the second notch right there, and that gives it enough clearance for the wing section here to fold around. So same on this side, fold the heel in and bring that section up. Then you want to tab his legs all the way together, and they have joints right here as well to angle them in and tab them together nicely. Oh, you want to make sure that these are snapped all the way in. That was the problem. There you go. So tab those together. Then come around here, flip this section around, untab the back to bring the roto blades up, and these also will rotate in, so you can tilt those a little bit. Then you want to fold these around and untab the whole back section. Kind of bring his arms out. So there you go. And then you want to, there's this great light piping, untab the chest section. Well, first make sure the arms are all the way untabbed here from the chest piece, like so, and flip this around, and this will fold over his head and tab into place. Then you want to take his head, fold that underneath into his chest, and then you want to straighten the arm. Well, take the cockpit of the VTOL mode, untab that. That can kind of get stuck sometimes, but untab that, and that snaps into place like so. Then the arms is the kind of tricky part, but basically what you want to do is straighten his arms out, untab the window section like so, and that will fold his fist underneath and straighten that out. Then you want to rotate all the way around, and this is different from Springer. So the blade, so this other wing blade here is sticking out. Then you want to fold this, and this will tab in as long as it's angled at the right angle. So that will tab in there, and then if you collapse this section here, tab the arm into here to hold it in place. Then there is a tab right here as well. You can see right there, and there is a little slot right there for this to tab into, and this is the tricky part, but that will tab into there. And then when this is folded around, it will tab into place right like so. Yeah, tabs right here, if you can see that. Those tab in right there. Then this will tab in right here, and then this section here will tab in right there, but it has to angle out a little bit. So there you go. And that way, then the wing is angled just like so. So that's how you know he's transformed correctly. But there is gapping right here, so that's one thing I think is a little odd, but it still makes for a great VTOL. So same thing on the other side. You want to untab the window here, bring this section out and around to flip his fist underneath. Then this will rotate all the way around so the wing blade is sticking out, and then you want to angle this slightly so this will tab in right there. Then you collapse it and you fold it in place there, tab it in right there, and it also will tab in right up here. And the main thing, how that holds in place, is by tabbing it right there. So there you have an awesome VTOL, and you can see that you only go one peg down here to allow enough clearance for this. So there you have the back section of the VTOL aircraft mode, and you can see that once these tab into place correctly, like so, these will also tab into place. So there you have the back of the VTOL aircraft mode. You can see the nice wings here, So that's totally different, but then there is gapping right there. But overall, really nice VTOL aircraft mode. Definitely give this a lot of points. And the original G1, one of his alt modes was a helicopter, and we got that with Springer, so I'm really glad they modernized this guy and gave him this awesome vertical takeoff and landing mode. So the wheels do spin like this, the blades don't rotate. The knees will fold out to form landing gear, so you see there's wheels there, and then he has the landing gear here, which can also fold in and out. And then his weapon also, this is more landing gear because that folds out. You can see the wheel right there, and then there's these slots right here, tab in underneath here. So you want to make sure the landing gear is folded all the way in, and then this will tab into here. I'm sorry, it's this one right here. No wonder. So that tabs in, snaps in right there, and then you can see it kind of sits on there right there. And there he has his weapon as well. So very awesome vertical takeoff and landing VTOL aircraft mode for Sandstorm. So you can get lots of dynamic poses with him that way, and very, very awesome. I really love this mode. A lot of fun to play with too. So here he is. One thing I'll say, with his gun on there, he doesn't sit very flat. I mean, you can still definitely have him displayed that way, but again, I like to remove that, flip the landing gear out, and then he sits really nice and flush. And then also, what's great about vertical takeoff and landing is he doesn't have the helicopter props up here. So he's got ports here and here. You can tab the gun in helicopter mode right there, or even better on the back, although it doesn't really, there's not much. It kind of sticks out a lot. The gun stock for his hand kind of sticks out a lot. Is there any other ports for him? No, just those two mainly. So, but there is an option, you can have the gun on top as well. But there he is in his awesome VTOL mode, and here he is with Springer. So very nice. We get the helicopter mode in Springer, and we get the modified, modernized version of Sandstorm with the vertical takeoff and landing. Very cool. Here he is with Blitzwing in jet mode, and Blitzwing also has landing gear. Can flip that out there, so he's got the wheels there and there. And I apologize for the little purple energon smudge on my camera. It's on my lens, and I can't figure out why. I'm gonna have to bring the camera back. But there is the, but there he is with Blitzwing in jet mode. Very awesome. And to do another size comparison, here he is with the Deluxe Thundercracker, and they look really awesome together. Very cool. Alright, so let's transform him to his Dune Buggy mode. Okay, for Dune Buggy mode, you want to fold the landing gear in first. Then you want to untab the top section here. You can kind of fold this around if you want, for starters, and then you can angle these up, untab the back section here, and kind of untab the arms too, and take the legs here, and this, they go from one peg down for vertical takeoff to all the way up for the Dune Buggy mode, and this one snapped all the way up too. Then you want to untab it from the around the knee area here, or below the knee area I should say, So untab it there, bring these around, tab this back together like so. Then the back section, the cockpit, angles down, snaps into place there, and just snaps into place on top. Then you have these sections right here. The wheels will rotate around, bring this section down here, and it will tab into place all the way flush right there. So tab that so it's flush right there. There you got the cool spike on top. Then you want to bring the cockpit out, rotate this around, and then this will, making sure that these are all the way up, will tab in under here like so. So they will tab in underneath just like so. Then you want to rotate this around and tab that into place as well. Very cool. So again, same on this side, untab the window, rotate it all the way around, bring this section underneath here, and it will tab into place right there. And then if you come around here and make sure that these are all the way collapsed in and flush, that way the cockpit will line up just perfectly on Sandstorm. He lines up really good on Springer, but it lines up even better here. You can see the windows lining up here. There's more of a gap on Springer here to get the windows to line up on top, and then this guy, he really lines up really nicely up top. And then again, these tab all the way in, so you want to make sure that these are nice and flush so they're 90-degree angle. And then the top section folds over and sits on top, so you can have them with this cool spike piece on the top, or another really awesome feature, these flip down and then they have armor plating for the windows. Flip these down for the armor plating on the windows, and there is the awesome Dune Buggy mode for Sandstorm. This one thing you want to not forget to do is rotate that around and snap that into place. So there you have the awesome Dune Buggy mode for Sandstorm. Very, very awesome. I love the aesthetic of this. This is a lot of fun to play with. It rolls so good. We can do major wheelies with this while he's ripping through the dunes. I love the front of the vehicle mode too. And then his weapon will also tab in on top. So right there you can see that that will tab in. And then kind of angle that up so it's not pointing down at the hood of the vehicle. But yeah, angle that up, and then he has full rotating ability on that. And very cool. And then you can also add these up as a spike and then rest the gun on there too. So that's another option for this figure. Definitely like the way he looks like that. That's cool. But the armor plating on the window down is really awesome as well. Lot of fun. I love this. This is probably my favorite mode. Well, robot mode and Dune Buggy mode. I don't know. They're all great modes. I love them all. So comment below. Tell me which mode you like the best. Here he is with Springer. You can see the major differences in the mold here. Same basic mold, but just a lot of new added molding for the Sandstorm. I love the giant wheels in the back here. It looks very, very awesome. Nice detailing on the wheels. I like that they're painted. Obviously they're painted. Same with Springer's green wheels. Very, very awesome. He has storage for his sword underneath. And I love the grates, the painted grates here. Really nice. The intakes, I should say. Then he's got nice and flush design here. Really, really liking this. So the front's totally different. Let's put Springer's weapon as well on top. Springer has his massive blaster on top too. Very awesome. So there they are. There's the front of them. Completely different molding from the side. You know, very similar. You see the similarities here with the arms, how they transform. Really like the paint too on Sandstorm. And there they are from the back, so you can see the similarities in the mold too. But this Dune Buggy mode kicks ass. I love it. Alright, and here is the Blitzwing tank mode. So there they are together for a comparison. So awesome. I hope you enjoyed this video review of Generations Triple Changer Sandstorm. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter as well at TFReview16. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, keep collecting.